Welcome back to another video, and I thought this time around, since it is Inktober, I could go through some of my previous sketchbooks where I did Inktober stuff. And while I wanted to go through 3, I only go through these 2 because thank God the camera cut out, but also we were at almost 30 minutes already, so like too much. So yeah, these 2 sketchbooks, which are 2016, 2017, if I'm correct. Let's get into it. We're going to do a sketchbook tour. And just to give you some information about what I was working here with as well, I have 2 Leuchtturm sketchbooks and a Hanemühle sketchbook. And what I was using was mostly this Papermate and Pentel brush pen from Japan, and also the German Staedtler, I think it's called. So these were my main tools, also some other ones, but I use these most often. I think these are 2016, 2017, 2018, maybe a little bit later, and maybe also like this could be both a bit 2017, 2018. So let's start with 2016. And I did this because I know that I started with Inktober somewhere first time in 2017, and this has some of my first Inktober drawings. And these are old and sketchbooks, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff like this. So let me go through it. As you can see, beautiful, whatever that is. So these are always a mix also of my ideas and just scribbles, and sometimes also notes that I took for work or just for my personal projects. And what I like to do is whenever I travel and I have kids, I like to give these to kids. So I think that this was a kid on the train. Yeah, it was the Dutch train, and he saw me sketch. Maybe, I think I just got this sketchbook, so I was sketching some of these, I don't know which one, and I just gave it to the kid that he wanted to draw a car or a spaceship, and I showed him what he could do as well, so it was very cute. And it is also, I think, a little bit of a travel sketchbook, because here I was in Norway visiting a friend, and it was beautiful nature, and I didn't have an iPad, sadly, to carry around with me and to paint, and I was too chicken shit. I didn't try painting back then, so I was doing everything with pen. But they were really beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous vistas, and I was trying to capture them as well as I could. And then just more of my sci-fi vehicle stuff. I think I got inspired by something I saw, and I was just trying to explore that idea. And then another one of these Norwegian landscapes, or maybe this was, I don't know if this was Norwegian or just my own head. Okay, same vehicle again, just exploring around with it, what I can do. So I like taking an idea and just seeing how many poses or what I can do exactly with it, and this was just something totally else. And then yeah, just the mandatory. Oh, this was 2014. Oh. So maybe, I don't know, that's weird. I don't think this was 2014. Anyways, but yeah, a mandatory Star Wars sketch, because I just love Star Wars sketches. Yeah, and here is Inktober, so I don't have a date to it. I thought it was 2017, so like whatever. But yeah, ladies, not my strength. And then we go to more my strength, Spaceships. Yeah, I don't know if I was following prompts back then. I just had fun. This definitely was a study. Not sure about this. Head too big, looks like a child with this. Like here, the proportion I messed up, but this is not bad. I do like that one. That's actually pretty good. And I should use more blacks like this because I enjoy them. No idea if this was part of Inktober or not, but President Obama sketch. At least I was trying to do him. Let me put more in the picture. Yeah, then back again. Immediately to my strength, which is spaceships. And I do a lot of these small, I don't know if you can see it, ideation thingies, because it's easier to work obviously in small. And actually I miss these big sketchbooks because it's nice to work in big. Jesus Christ, do you see this leg? Holy shit, that's bad. I don't remember seeing it. This is not good. Like his crutch is all the way. Like either the crutch should be lower or the leg should be shorter. But okay. Like we know that anatomy is not my strength. And then Benicio del Toro. This wanted to be him. I do like sketching with pen. It's quite fun. Then a nice little scene. This is Inktober again. Obviously, it's I don't remember his name, but he is from the Hellboy universe, Bureau for BPRD, I think. He's part of the BPRD. Another Inktober sketch. Inktober, yeah, again, like anatomy. Not my thing, man. Just I'm trying. I enjoy this one. I don't know if it is Inktober, but I just liked. It is Inktober. It was something with alien being taken or something like that. But I think this one came out relatively okay. Before when the new Star Warses were quite popular, and I thought Phasma looked really good. And then this series didn't really go anywhere. I was still in my very Star Wars excited phase. More spaceships, more vehicles. I do like this one. I think I took this one a little bit further. I explored at least the universe that this cargo carrier, because it's I think it's more like of a hover thing, because I used the Matrix hover thingies there. Definitely, maybe not definitely study, but I do think this was a study. This wasn't a study, but I feel like I messed up the perspective there in the front a little bit. But I like the idea of having sort of like a World War II bomber cockpit thingy there that can shoot backwards as well. No, this is Inktober. Cool. Actually, I like this. For the longest time, I was exploring the idea of sort of a space elevator. So this was the base camp for the space elevator. Like those are the two tethers that are tethered to whatever is in space and low Earth orbit. This is not so good. let's just go over this. And this is another Inktober one. Faces. I have no idea what I did there with the face, but oof. I think this was a lady. This was a photo shoot from Instagram. I saw it, and I took the bear from somewhere else and just pushed them together. I think this is. Maybe it's the same one, maybe not, but it was similar to the one that I was exploring here for a while. Oh yeah, here, this one. So sometimes these return, yeah. It might be actually the same one. So what I also do is when I find an empty page, I tend to jump around in sketchbooks, so it's not always super chronological. But I think we're out of Inktober. This I like, this was cool. I don't remember when or how or why I sketched this, but I do like these very blocky designs. Maybe I just started reading Leviathan Wakes back then, because they were talking about these super blocky designs. And then another study for sure. And here I had the super luck of going to Bali, and I was working out of Bali, and I think this was the view from my room where I was staying. And then some work-related ideas. So here I was breaking down something for work. Random sketches, but I think this might have been also a bit work related. And then there were scooters everywhere in Bali, so I just needed to draw one. It's very rough, very quick. And yeah, I was working at a co-working area, and this was one of the really interesting trees that was there. And then one of the days I just took a longer lunch break and I drew that one. This was also fun. We went scuba diving. This was actually my instructor. And then after scuba diving, they were just hanging out and talking there, and I sketched them. And I also went to Ubud, to the Sacred Monkey Forest, and they have these amazing statues. Just in general, if you ever go to Bali, the art there is really awesome. And I was trying to sketch different statues here. They have all different faces, and they're just really, I found them really amazing. And then the host where I was staying really liked these sketches, so he asked me if I could do sort of a design sci-fi western oriented for him as a... this one I will just blend out. But that was a design for a tattoo for him. And then I think this is back here in the Netherlands, back to my good old sci-fi stuff. I enjoy this. I always like these sort of APC vehicles and spaceshipy things. Definitely study. You can see in it. And this was just a fun exploration of sort of a chase in a favela, sci-fi, sort of futuristic city. I was out with friends. They were oil painting, and because I didn't have the cojones to do some oil painting, I was just sketching along with my fine liners. It was really fun in the end. Some more work-related stuff. some studies, like I try to do cartoony studies from people that I saw. Yeah, I always try with the ladies. Sometimes they like studies I can somewhat do, but not from my own self. Just ideas, having fun, I guess. And then I was also sketching around with ball. I should do more ballpoint pens. Like these are quite nice. Yeah, not so much. I mean, I do like the quality of the pen, but yeah, her face again, and also the rest of the anatomy. Pencil, which you see very rarely from me. I think this might have been a study. It was a nice summery day, I think, and we were chilling at a lake at the house where I was living back then. And then just sketcheroos here and there. This might have been from an airport. I do remember seeing this as an airport. One of our work travels. I don't know where it was. Military stuff. Always like my military stuff. This was probably vacation with my friends in Slovenia. I remember sort of this vista. They were so nice. They always let me sit somewhere and stand a little bit longer. And then I was just chilling outside the house where we were vacationing. And I thought, let me just, because this was sort of the surrounding, I just wanted to put a hovercraft vehicle there. And then this is the airport? No, train station, I think. Namely in Rotterdam. I was just sitting, I think we had a client call, and I was just sitting and waiting there. And yeah, some live sketching again at the bar or at the place. And then this is sort of started my, not yearly, but I try to do more live sketching outside. So I went to Museumsplein here in Amsterdam and sketched the Volksmuseum. Really fun. And this is also Amsterdam for sure, because I recognize the tram. We were sitting somewhere having a beer with a friend. Some more studies, faces. This was also sitting. I drew this cafe 1 or 2 more times. I went back yearly until I stopped going back and drew it a couple of times. This was really fun. And I think this is where this sketchbook ends. And then let me take next year with 2017, I think, Inktober. Exactly, and it starts with Inktober. So here I had this idea to create this adventurer guy, and this used every day's prompt for what he's doing. And I think first day was speed. And I didn't really write down the things, but so he was just in these interesting situations that were caused by the daily prompt, and I just was taking him through all these situations. I think this was Hungary, and then he was in a space line to a space fast food joint, and he was angry and hangry and hungry. And this was sad. I don't know. I think he was sad because he just finished reading all the Calvin and Hobbes books, and he realized that there is no more, and he can't read no more because he's in the future, obviously, and he can't get brand new issues. I don't know what this was, but I like the slimy bad guy. This was maybe Lost in Space or just Lost, something like that. I think this ship was a little bit, you can see, inspired by, put a name here, some more space. Maybe it was mining. I don't remember what this was, but I like this. I think, well, this isn't where I started, but I started using more this sort of black with a couple of stars. I really like that framing. Just these are fun for whenever I can combine him with mechanical elements. I'm happy. Same here, jumping into light space. Maybe this was jump, and I went with like jumping into hyperspace. Very much from Star Wars, the lights blurring away. This could have been Chase holding on. I don't remember, but he's on a hover rail, monorail. Going through a futuristic city. Yeah, he was afraid that he will fart. I don't know. He was eating a space taco, obviously, and it was going through him very fast. I have no explanations for some of these. This was fun. Not a really good dinosaur, but it was just a fun little scene that I came up with. And then just a little bit of chilling. I like the idea of having a natural tree, but it was hovering on this very unnatural little hover thingy. And then him relaxing, and that obviously also had to be like super, everything is floaty and the water is coming from one place and floating to another one. I think that was a good one. This was slimy or wet or something like that. And the idea was obviously he's taking care of somebody's pet who's very excited, but he's also slobbering and drooling all over him. Yeah, this was Dream, I guess. I'm not sure, but I think I had a lot of fun with this because I could draw up like really interesting action scenes, and for this I definitely used the reference because I can see that rear handlebar. I think I'm not sure what's this called, but it's a jiu-jitsu move, and I looked up just the jiu-jitsu move, and it looks. I think it's okay. And then he's escaping here from somewhere on the ground, and I think this was Launch or something like this. This is a weaker one. I'm not really like. As we go towards the end of Inktober, like you see all the detail that I had here, everything like super plain lines, no detail, just quickly get it done. I was getting tired that day, at least. Here I got a little bit of the mojo back because yes, let's draw a robot in a very weird perspective that is actually not really working, but hey, like whatever. Energy? I don't remember what this was, but I know that he was holding a big Red Bull because he was at a party, so people in the back are dancing or something like that. I don't remember this one either, but I feel like I got some of the mojo back. I was having fun with these again. So there's like a dip in Inktober where you feel like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want no more. I don't know what this is. I just know that like he's talking to his father, which this is actually my dad, and they're just he wanted to chill and just enjoy his dad, and my dad is getting older, so I thought that might be nice to put in there. And then once again, one of these more fun things, and I decided also to use more colors from time to time, using a little bit of my Copics. Don't know what it was, but it was just a fun artillery system that you can set up, and he's reloading, I think. This was Lost or Stranded or something like that. He was in the desert on an adventure. This is definitely Indiana Jones because the car is also like more of that era. This actually I really liked because actually I was thinking of this thing first and somehow incorporate it into a story. So a scooter that is, maybe I saw this scooter design, or I saw a very similar scooter design on Pinterest, I think, and then from here this scene sort of came with the people on the jet. What are these jetpacks? Yeah, following him. And it was Halloween, I think, or creepy, and I just put this guy who is supposed to be a little bit creepy. And he doesn't even notice that the house he goes back in is haunted or something. Flame, fire, burning, something like that. I had a lot of fun with this one, as you can see. A much more, well, not dirty, but like I like making things old looking and weathered looking. So that was fun. I also like he shoots him and the thing bounces off the bullet. I had a lot of fun. I can see that this was fun for me. You can leave me a comment if you recognize the co-host 3000, but probably nobody will. But it's just an homage to something. Stranded ship. This was fun. Obviously, nothing more fun to draw than ship wreckage, I feel, or wreckage in general. And this was the last one. He was just saying goodbye to a friend. I think this was like a futuristic grave of somebody, or something like that. Yeah, and I think this was mostly Inktober. There is going to be... Oh, actually this was one of my first YouTube videos, because I think I recorded drawing this. And that's when I started, I was like, oh, let me do some more YouTube. I did not record this. I just read, there was a book with him. I don't remember his name right now, but he's the main general in Star Wars. He was the commander of the Death Star, if I'm correct. And I was still on a Star Wars roll, as you can see. Don't ask me the name of this one, but it was from the Dark Empire comic book. And also this, I'm pretty sure I copied from the cover of Dark Empire. Looks a little bit like Ian McHugh inspired, so these are definitely studies, not out of my head. So these are two things, like here I'm doing some world building, I'll get into this in a second. And this is the Dacia 1300. or 1310, don't ask me which one, most common car in Romania, and they also exported it a lot during communism. And then my world building thing, I had this idea, I wanted to do a story with floating islands and a little kid who's a wizard and other wizards, and I did a lot of like ideation for that, like how does the map look of the islands, what sort of floating ships do they have. And there was more and more of this that I noticed that a lot of people did floating islands, so I was more and more discouraged, and I don't think I will go on with it. This we will come back to this, I think, in the next sketchbook, because I had this idea for drone card checkers, because in the Netherlands people come and check your cards on the train. Well, not your card, your basically your OV chip card. And I wanted to automate it because I wanted to steal the work of people. I don't know. This to me looked like sort of a Soviet robot. I think I had here. Actually, it starts here. I was doodling robots, and then I had this sketch here, as you can see, these two, and I just put them. Actually, I have all three sketches here, like him standing, him doing some work, and then him running with a Naruto, or not Naruto, but just in general when your hands are back and the anime sort of run. And I really liked it, so I quickly explored it a bit more with colors. And yeah, some more stuff. Live sketching at my friend's place here in Amsterdam. Come and visit it if you're here. It's called Sloth. It's a nice, really nice place. Some more floating island thingies, and then but the robots came back again. This is a typical Amsterdam sign, an Amsterdam police sign, and I wanted to have an Amsterdam robot dog protection unit. I don't know. But then from that I think I had sketches on this side already. Yeah, here it is. So here I was just sketching. I think I really like this robot. And then I was just doing... Oh wait, these are actually my... So some of these are Guerrilla Games people. We were hanging out, I don't remember what we were doing, but I tried to draw them or something. These were funny ones. Nothing here to see. So some people, not my drawing, some people like to just open your sketchbook and have some fun in there. But yeah, more robots. I like this one because it's a minigun robot, but it is also being resupplied by smaller crab or spider robots, whichever you want. And here I went down to Delft, just a day sketching with some people. This was back in Amsterdam, maybe also still in Delft. This could have been still in Delft. But then this was Amsterdam, and this was just from the internet. I was just drawing stuff, robot, and then some more industrial design type sketches, ladies that are horrible. This could have been actually Bolly again, to be honest, because I remember this. We were trying to ideate with a guy that we were staying there with. And this is the end of the sketchbook. And that's it for this video. As I said, I wanted to talk about this sketchbook as well, where I have quite a bit of industrial design stuff and another Inktober, but it cut out just in time. But I can get into it next time, so leave some comments. If you like these sort of sketchbook videos, I can plan in another one in the future, because they are really fun for me. But as always, if you like this video, hit that like button, maybe even subscribe if you want to get more content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram for regular drawing updates. Well, one of these here, I don't know which one. And you can support me, you can buy some Gumroad stuff if you like to, or you can subscribe to my masterclass. Links in the description down below. And as always, the most important thing is that you folks have a great time, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.